So today I'm going to go pick up some of my first prints that I've ever made. I ended up just getting them made at like a local print shop. This is the painting that I got turned into print. You guys want to see me make that one? I made that kind of last week when I didn't really do any filming. Also did this painting here last week. Haven't really been filming those ones. Kind of been doing a bit of a spending spree recently. I bought a new camera, which is the camera you guys are watching on now. This is my old camera. I used to kind of film everything on this little like Sony ZV-1. And pretty good little camera, but it's not amazing. But obviously you can't really put any lenses on it or anything like that. Like this is my little makeshift fisheye. It's literally just like a toilet paper roll and just like a shitty little fisheye lens. So yeah, can't complain. I did the job for like the first year of making YouTube videos. So yeah, got a new setup now, and which I've been wanting to get for like a long ass time. And also brought a whole heap of tattoo equipment because I've been trying to sort of like toying with the idea of like starting to get into tattooing. My sister's a tattoo artist. I'll drop her Instagram handle in the description down below. Like a lot of my kind of painting style is based around like traditional-ish kind of vibes. So I figured it could be a good like crossover. So yeah, stoked to get everything to like actually set up properly. I finally got kind of all the like sanitary and kind of like health stuff that goes along with tattooing, as it's kind of like a pretty massive part of it. But yeah, I've been practicing on a couple of fake skins. And yeah, kind of just exploring that a bit at the moment. I'll add that into parts of my vlogs and things like that. Let you guys know how I go with learning it all. It's definitely fucking way harder than it looks. Just trying to do like nice clean lines is a lot harder than I thought, but yeah, it's pretty fun to learn. So yeah, right now I'm gonna go pick up these prints. Kind of hoping to maybe drop these prints maybe Tuesday next week, probably when this vlog drops. But yeah, we can figure that out as the week goes on. First things first, really, just to make sure they look all good. Today's gonna be a bit of a different one. I wanted to get into doing a painting for this week, but after I grab these prints, I've got a friend coming around who's also an artist. He wants me to photograph a heap of his paintings because he's going on holiday for a bit. So once I get back, he'll probably be at mine and I'll probably shoot all those, which I will show you his art. It's pretty sick. It's a lot different style to mine. The painting that I'm wanting to get into this week is using kind of like the vintage Playboy magazines that I got 2 weeks ago, and kind of doing like a collage piece around that. So yeah, should be a fun one to do. And then I'm kind of thinking that after this next painting that I do, I'm gonna go get a couple really big canvases and kind of do like floor to ceiling height size kind of paintings. I'm wanting those to kind of be more for like my art exhibition that I'm kind of working towards for the end of this year. So yeah, next week's video or the week after that, I'll probably get into doing those pieces, which will be kind of the biggest paintings that I've done. Not really with the idea to sell them. It's like sometimes art that big can be pretty hard to find like a buyer for, I guess, but more so the idea to just have like some really cool like big statement pieces when people like walked into the exhibition. And yeah, just something new. I haven't really done any paintings that big, so it'll be fun. Lipstick kisses upon my neck. Hey there, I'm Bowen, just picking up some prints.
Bowen, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Jen.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Alright, so let's see how these turned out. Have a proper look at them. I've been kind of like playing with the idea of whether I do kind of like hand embellishments kind of on these. There's the artist Terry Urban, which if you guys follow the channel, you'll probably know that I'm a big fan of his work. A lot of the time he'll do print releases and then he'll get like crayons and kind of like paint little extra details in the prints, kind of so like each print's sort of unique for each person that buys them. I kind of spent like all of last week putting together a website, which has been a very long time coming. I've kind of even doing like my kind of photography career, I never really got around to doing a website, and I always kind of felt like it kind of hurt me in sort of ways by not doing it. So I spent last week kind of tapping into a lot of that, as I feel like it kind of just makes things a little bit more professional, kind of shows people you're a little bit more serious, and just trying to get like everything actually set up properly so I can do paintings or kind of create whatever I want to create and then sell it through my shop. So that's the plan at the moment, is trying to get all that together. The release of these prints, I'll probably release it on my website. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm still kind of like figuring out like the setup of all of that. Pretty much got it there and pretty much ready. Yeah, figure out what I'm gonna do with these prints, which I'll probably do throughout this week. And then I got to do a whole heap of social content as well for the release of them. Yeah, it's definitely either way, like whether or not I even sell any of these prints, not really a massive deal. Like it's all kind of, for me, just getting my head around like all these processes, getting just kind of like the format of like painting, photographing it, getting prints made, putting it up in my shop, and like just getting all that kind of stuff dialed, just so I don't really have to think about it so much. It's more just like a natural process. So the paper that I got it printed on is the ragtag paper. I think it's like 320 GSM maybe, I could be wrong. This is the print. I ended up going for like the kind of white border on it, as I feel like it just makes it look a little bit nicer. And then I kind of had room to do like my signature and how many prints there are in this kind of collection. Hey, look at that. Hello. Look at you. What's in that?
What's up, dude?
Just a hi, boss.
How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Got my prints.
Sick. Oh, so
very
this
cool.
is the infamous room that you found.
Yeah, dude. I've got it on right now, actually.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Red wine turned our smiles black as the clock strikes 12. It happened again. All of my friends drift away. Now we're alone, all on our own. Drift away. And once again, all of my friends drift away. Now we're alone, all on our own. Drift away.
Pretty much woke up pretty early this morning and couldn't sleep, so I kind of figured may as well practice doing some tattooing. Just kind of trying to get as much practice in whenever I can and whenever I have spare time. The sheet that I've done up is just like, it's like super simple kind of lines, circles and shapes and all that kind of stuff to just practice getting better at doing line work, because it's fucking way more difficult than I thought. My mate Joe that was here and those artworks that I was taking photos of, he's pretty much just like been an artist like throughout my whole entire life, known him since I was like super young. The paintings that I was taking photos of, it's like a new series that he's working on and they're super dope. He's like stretched canvas and then at his work he used like a concrete sprayer and kind of sprayed some of the canvases so they're like a concrete texture. He's also mixed up like a heap of plaster and stuff and plastered the whole entire canvas, which looks dope. It actually looks like a rough concrete wall. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely go into the description and give him a follow if you're interested in his work. But yeah, I'm gonna chuck some music on, gonna listen to Texas Sun, yeah, get some of this practice in, and then once the sun comes up and gonna actually start the day, gonna chuck up a new canvas and get into doing a new painting today. If you're interested, the tattoo gun that I picked up was like the Mars 2 Pro. But yeah, I'm not really going to go into the detail with kind of all this stuff because I'm learning, so I don't really know. So I'll probably just be giving you bad advice. I do know there's a couple of you guys that kind of follow the channel that I think are tattoo artists or are into tattooing and things like that. So if you guys ever see me doing tattoo shit and you're like, fucking don't be doing that, let me know down in the comments because there's so much to learn with this shit. Yeah. Just put up a new canvas, so ready to go. Tattooing kind of went better than the last time I did the tattooing. It's still pretty rough and pretty hard to get the lines like perfect. This is kind of how the sheet turned out. For some reason when I try like trace the lines, I always get them a bit wonky, but whenever I do like just play around and do freehand drawings, I can get the lines way cleaner. So I don't know what I'm doing there. But yeah, to start this painting, I'm going to get into doing just kind of the background painting first. The plan with this one is to use a heap of imagery from this vintage Playboy magazine. But yeah, overall don't really have a plan for this one. I'm just gonna kind of do what I normally do, just kind of play around with the base and stuff, and then I have a slight idea of kind of like the main figure I'm thinking about doing for it, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Falling for you, feeling your skin, the night's getting colder, falling, holding, it's getting better. No one has to know. We'll keep it on the low. Round and round we go.
Alright, eventually got my base kind of done. I was a bit back and forth there for a bit with colours. I've torn out a couple different images from the Playboy magazine. I'm probably gonna leave this one till last because there's kind of two different places. I'm kind of thinking I can put it somewhere down the bottom or maybe put it a bit over the middle of like the main figure that I do. So I'll save that one. I'm gonna start kind of using Mod Podge and kind of putting these up around the place. There's a lot more kind of imagery that I could use, but I figured I'll probably just start with these, won't go too crazy with it, and then I can always add more as I go. Alright, that's kind of like the main base stuff done. I've been trying to kind of make my kind of base paintings a little bit more just colourful and a bit more random than kind of some of the paintings I've done previously, as I feel like kind of like trad kind of designs, or like just a lot of the designs I normally make for like the main piece are like normally pretty heavy and blacks. So I've been trying to just make like all the background a bit more like poppy and brighter, so the whole painting doesn't feel like as dark sort of thing or as serious. But yeah, it's like about to go dark, so I'm gonna pop out, go for a run. Whilst I'm having dinner, I'm gonna probably draw up a couple of different designs and try to get like a main image finalized, and then yeah, tonight hopefully we can kind of start cracking into a lot of the sketching up of all the designs that I end up making and see how we go. Last night I went after the run, I tried to mock up a few different designs. I kind of had, for like a long time, I've kind of had a kind of like main image design in my head for this painting, and when I kind of started doing the drawings, and then I normally put my drawings into Photoshop and take a photo of this and kind of just get like the composition of everything laid out in there, and just none of it was really kind of flowing because I don't really like pre-plan my backgrounds or like the underpaintings. When it comes to like putting the design in that I was kind of thinking of, sometimes it just doesn't work, which I just kind of spent ages trying to make something work, and then it wasn't, so I kind of just scrapped the idea that I already had and kind of simplified it a little bit more, which I think the final like kind of image I've come to, which you guys will see me make today, is a lot better than what I originally had planned. I might be working this afternoon. I'm not really 100% sure yet, so just waiting to hear about that. But gonna see how far I can get through this. There's not really a whole heap of like stuff to do, just like really a bit of color blocking and then just like outlining everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it this morning. Work just hit me up and I need to go into work this afternoon. When I get back tonight, I'll keep going on with this painting. Pretty much like with all the little pastels and the little kind of like acrylic markers that I have. If that's even what they are, I'm not really sure, but I've been kind of just trying to add more like different kind of textures and shades of like the blocking colors. I think it just makes it look a little bit more interesting. When I kind of go to do all like the outlining and stuff, it'll kind of make things feel like there's a bit more going on. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I get home from work this afternoon. Alright, so back from work now. Don't have a lot more that I have to do on this. A lot of it's kind of just outlining and then gonna add in a bit of like pink fill around here. So hopefully we can get this done tonight. I'm probably just gonna chuck on some music and then smash into this. Yeah, I kind of want to get this done tonight, so then tomorrow morning I can start like hand embellishing my prints that I got early on this week. Yeah, I kind of just decided that I don't want to leave them as they are, so it'd be nice to get that done tomorrow morning, and then I can wrap up this video for the week.
Taste fresh blood, hear new sounds, new chords, throw me like a rag doll off the high board into the gene pool, pour fire on my fuel, it's a new game, new rules. I flip a coin, I roll the dice, I leave lady love to choose. Black or red, tails or heads, yeah, fate could be my muse. I got nothing to lose, I got nothing to lose, so I risk it all. New game, new rules.
Last night I finished off the painting, which was stoked to get that done. Now today I don't have like a lot of time. I got a friend's birthday this afternoon, but I kind of want to do a test of doing these kind of like hand embellishments. Never tried this, as this is kind of like the first prints I've ever made, and I'm not 100% sure on like how to like seal the print, because obviously if I use like an oil pastel or whatever on the print and then was to send it to somebody, then they might like smudge it or something like that. So I do have this like picture matte varnish spray, so I'm kind of thinking do the first one and see how it turns out, and then spray it with this and try to seal it that way. But yeah, we're very much learning together with this one. So I think at the start of this video I said that I was going to try to get these out by Tuesday, and it's what day? Friday today, so it could be a bit of a rush just because I'm still trying to figure out how to set up like, I know, all the shipping and kind of just purchasing like stuff off my website and everything like that. So I'm thinking plan will be to probably drop these next Thursday, which is the 24th of April. So if you guys do want to buy one of these, that's the kind of date that I'm going for at the moment. If you do want one, or you do want to follow just all that kind of stuff, I post more regularly, well not that regularly, but post more on my Instagram with more details and of that kind of shit.
It's going round in circles in my head. The only thought that's running through my mind, this feeling that I get.
Alright, so I just went and sprayed it with that varnish and it worked really good. I'm pretty sure it sealed it all pretty well. So this is the final hand embellished print. Looks sick in my opinion. I think it looks like way better than like the original print just on its own. I'm just gonna kind of do similar stuff to all the rest of them, but I'll kind of mix up the colors and stuff and put things in different places. Pretty cool, kind of unique, different ones. It's kind of will be like sort of a bit of a lottery on what print you get.
Taking over every waking thought. A feeling when you're near comes over me. You've got me thinking about it all the time.
So it's taking a little bit to get through all these prints. I've got 6 of them done and only 4 left, but I got to cruise off for today. So I'll probably try to finish off the rest of these Saturday, Sunday, and yeah, hopefully get everything up online on my shop next week if all goes well. So yeah, any updates with the prints and things like that, I'll do that through my Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.